Welcome back to the EG Masters Cup. It is the Sunday of finals, and what an amazing game one between Idra and Huk. I mean, I cannot even believe it. I feel like we could just continue to talk about it for like 20 more minutes. It was so amazing.
I mean, absolutely. Idra will be choosing the next map because Huk, with that amazing elimination race and Mothership in the same game, but that really goes to show you why the Mothership is such a strong unit. It's so hard to get the detection as Zerg without the layer.
Yeah, I mean, you know, maybe if the Nidus would have come out a little bit earlier to try to, you know, to accelerate that elimination race, it would have happened. Anyway, I'm DJ Wheat.
And I'm Day 9.
And we're just kidding. Game one about to begin here. The stream, you guys pummeled it. You guys pummeled the hell out of the stream, and you took it down. So we're back up. Everything is good to go. And I don't have my troll face, so all right. Anyway, welcome back to the EG Masters Cup, guys. We wouldn't play the tournament without you.
I know, that would be great. It's like, we'll be casting the Game 1 replay later.
Yeah, okay, after it's all said and done. But no, the players are waiting. They are ready to go. And don't forget, these guys are battling out here for the MSI GT660 Notebook, and you've been chatting with them a little bit there.
Indeed, the players are pumped up.
To win it.
Of course, a little bit of trash banter. Both players relatively manner in real life, but both of them duking it out for this MSI GT660. Idra says, "Oh, Huk, you must hate Xenio, who knocked me out of GSL, because now I'm going to be at MLG." Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Also, Huk asked if he could have the pumpkin if he wins the laptop, and we said that we would talk about it. You know.
I know we could perhaps remove the hard drive and put the pumpkin in there instead.
Maybe
and
that
way
might work.
Slip through customs.
That might just so much easier.
Well, I have asked both players if they are indeed ready. They say they're rocked and ready to go. Are you ready, Wheat?
I am so ready here for the EG Masters Cup MSI Notebook sponsored finals. It's the Notebook finals, and we are about ready to go into the game. It is EG Idra taking on Liquid Huk here for the GT660 Notebook from MSI. Oh, I'm so excited.
I know, really.
Are you ready to go into the Vortex, brother?
Uphill battle.
The Mothership Vortex.
Okay, we're getting close to loaded scrap station. Going to be an uphill battle for a Huk. Oh my God, Wheat. Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Huk is in the right position for the first time this entire tournament. He is blue because he is sad to not be the top-seeded player in this match.
Yeah, in this match,
Idra.
Technically, Idra is going to take top seed. We do have a scrap station out here as the first map. And I don't think we have to really explain why. If you've been watching the competition all weekend long here, you know that this is a very Zerg-friendly map, and Zerg typically really like this one. Doesn't mean that another race can't win on this map, but it just means that Zerg feels really comfortable.
A little tiny mistake right here. Huk is bringing a probe that already has minerals on it. Needed to just wait one more second for that guy to return his little package there. But of course, I guess it's less than a second. It's more like a nanosecond considering how fast things are here in StarCraft 2. Idra with the 9 Overlord making drones, standard as standard can be.
Is there any reason to think he's not going to go for that fast hack?
Well, the fact that Huk is sending this one probe so quickly, sometimes players assume their opponent is going to be sacking a probe at the outset, and they intentionally throw down a 14 pool. But as we see Huk already arriving, starting to zap away at the drones, Idra looks like he has no intention of expanding anytime soon. No, indeed, he's throwing down that spawning pool right away. In Huk camp, he is throwing down, a gateway against Machine. He did a forge.
And that's exact. Oh, you're right. You're right. Gateway up at the front there, and Overlord is going to come in and see exactly what he needs to see there for Idra. Opting to go here with the 14 pool, and then maybe 15, or he'll just continue to run off of the one base here. We do have that probe from Huk over near the expansion of Idra, doing, of course, the crazy dance, and here it is, putting 2 drones down there, one to chase off the probe, the other one to actually drop the hatchery. He's got the money to do it. He's going to go ahead and beat on him. Huk's got to get control, and then split that drone, drop the hatchery. Nice, I like that 2 drones.
Wow, Huk with an uncharacteristic miss there. Could have thrown down the pylon, could have even just kept the hatch from dropping, but instead it does go down at the usual time. Meanwhile, Huk is getting very fast cyber core, continuing to chrono boost probes, is getting that next assimilator, and meanwhile, it looks like Idra has not gotten any assimilators whatsoever. But you know what? This is the general trend of Zergs lately. They're just delaying that gas later and later, favoring more queens, more drones, and fewer lings.
Yeah, the gas does finally go down. It just means that you're not going to be able to get speed as quickly. A lot of times, you know, getting that extractor early just so you can get that 100 gas and then get right back to the minerals. And we do have Huk going down here and checking out the gold and checking out the Zelnaga tower down there. And also really smart of Idra, you know, I've always said about Idra, even from GSL Season 1, he lost to that Void Ray rush. And after that, you know, his scouting just, like, became, well, I hate to say, you know, like a cyborg, but it kind of like a cyborg. Been doing a lot better in that regard. And just like that, I would check up there, too, versus Huk, who's very likely to maybe throw something up there to use for later.
You should be more polite and say he scouts like a hacker.
There we go.
Again, don't want to call Idra a robot anymore. He is just super duper good, and there's the chrono boost on that warp gate upgrade. And here comes the good old Huk push of one Zealot, one Stalker. Catches a lot of Zergs off guard, but Idra is not going to be one of those Zergs today. Ooh, a little bit weird. Queen hung out outside the hatch until energy 30 and then added larva. For any other player, that wouldn't be a big deal, but for Idra almost never misses that.
And we do have a couple Zerglings out here. Here come those initial units. Zerglings come from one side. One Zerg does go down. Good, get us surrounded here. No, going after that Stalker and will beat away and take away some of the shields of that Zealot. Now going to go after the Zealot, but not an opportunity for a full surround here. So Idra just going back and forth between these units. There it is. Zealot will go down, but not enough. Oh, he saves it with 8 hit points remaining. And we do have some more Zerglings coming out, but speed is halfway done. Also, the spine crawler here at the ramp.
Amazing, killed 5 Zerglings between those two units for free. And here is Huk with the now 3 gateways going down. There is the Nexus getting spawned. Love that push timing because the Stalker is so versatile because it is very fast. And without speed, ain't much Zerg can do about it. There's the spine crawler being relocated, creep beginning to spread up. 2 queens up for Idra. Getting a layer as well, and very similar to Machine, Idra is extremely good at getting a lot of Overlords, far more than your average player. There's an Overlord. It looks like Huk isn't going to go for it, just instead going to play defensively at the front.
We do have some Zerglings going through the middle of the map. Speed has been kicked in. One other thing to check out here in this matchup, and hold on, the Zerglings are going to get a peek at what's going on here. Sees the Forge and the Gateway up front and the unit composition that is currently being presented by Huk. Watch how Idra spreads the creep in this series.
Yes.
You know, really becoming its own like sub-skill of playing Zerg, and I really find it fascinating to see how these guys, you know, accelerated, etc. Now, Lair is done, and Spire has already begun. Also getting this other extractor here at his second base, at his expansion, and likely going to go for that heavy Ling Muta.
And it looks like we see a little bit of advancement forward by Huk, being careful not to extend himself too far forward, leading with the Stalkers because they are the fastest unit out there, but just 2 Stalkers and 1 Zealot and all these sentries. I don't know if it'll be enough, and it appears like Huk doesn't think so either, and he's going to be pulling back. The expansion Nexus now down for Huk, getting a very fast geyser there. Continuing to get +1 upgrade, very key upgrade in those future pushes, but I really wonder if Idra will be able to get his Spire up fast enough. Is a little over halfway, and we see Huk already wailing away at these destructible rocks.
Yeah, actually, Huk, I really feel if he would have pushed with those units, would have had Idra in such a bad position, and instead he did decide to go for those rocks, which may actually benefit him more in the long run, so you can't really comment on his decision. I don't know. What do you think, Day?
It's really hard to tell on a lot of maps because the positions are so close. You can pull those sorts of pushes off, but you know, I'm starting to think that Huk really was wise to retreat like that. He forced all these units to be made, and it's going to wait a little longer to attack. We see +1. Gosh, Idra loves the +1 attack upgrade. 7 Mutalisks en route. Stalkers being pulled back now. Forward pylon going down. +1 attack just now finishing. Couldn't be timed better, but will it be enough?
Well, we've got these guys about ready to break through these destructible rocks, and the Lings have moved. Where did the Lings go to? Here they are. They were checking out the expansion. So they're going to come in from behind. The Spine Crawler's getting hit here, and we do have the Mutalisk popping out. They're actually going to do a ton of damage to those Zealots up front, but then it's going to be these also anti-air units right here. Not a whole lot of Zerglings left, and it's going to be these Mutas and a 1 Spine Crawler. Of the 7, only 4 left. A few Zerglings coming back in here, but just 2 many sentries and stalkers here.
And more
for Huk.
stalkers pouring in. He still has a good amount of force fields remaining. It's those key Guardian shields. It is almost no damage that he is taking. And very smartly, he's pulling back. He doesn't want to overcommit because the instant you step up that ramp, you are all committed with those units. They will die if there is too much. So he's, of course, going to regroup a little bit. In the meantime, Idra is scrambling, making spine crawlers, making anything he can. Here comes Huk with the regroup.
Yeah, and they're going to come right into Idra's base. The Mutalisks have to fly back from the base. They're going to come in. Again, Guardian Shield pop. Queen's about ready to go down too. And these Mutalisks just did not reach numbers high enough to be able to deal with this army. And not much in terms of a supplemental army here from Idra.
And a good game.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, Huk coming out the gate, winning on the map he's not supposed to, the map that Idra chose. And weirdly enough, I am going to have to ask Idra for Game 2 what his map choice will be, and his best choice is already out.
Wow, that is going to be interesting to see what comes out next, putting down Idra versus Huk. Huk winning Game 1, and that means he's only 2 games away from the MSI
one of these juicy bad boys.
GT660.
And
did you expect that off the bat?
Well, no. To be entirely honest, but Huk really showing that he has very carefully crafted how to do that big mid-game timing push. And honestly, that is one of the hardest skills to master because there's no clever timing to it. It's not like, I'm going to wait till right when my Thor pops and that's when I attack. There's no obviousness to it. It's just, this is about the amount of units that I need to do the damage. Perfect
gut feeling
just popped out.
I feel like Huk plays with that gut feeling a little bit. Maybe that's what he can't quite explain.
But he should absolutely continue trusting himself because that was a dominating performance. Kept Idra on his toes. 5 Zergling kills with 0 losses at that first push. Moved forward, and Idra fell for it in the worst way. Made all the Zerglings and spine crawlers, and the attack didn't come. And then with that big final third push, Huk managed to get the win right as the Mutas came out. Literally never had a need to build cannons in his main because the pressure was on max.
And we may have jinxed it, I don't know, with our little joke that we tried to play on the listeners there. But we're going to be, I'm coming into the match right now. Game 2, ladies and gentlemen, of the EvilGeniuses Masters Cup Series StarCraft 2 edition, brought to you by MSI Notebook, is about to be underway. Joining the game right now, and this is a best-of-5 series.